Hello, good evening. This is Tony with October Road Studio. Sorry about that, I'm a little late. My camera stand had a malfunction for briefly. How is everyone tonight? It is Tuesday, August 30th, I think. I am trying to put a link in here for y'all. Here we go. July. What did I say? October? August. It's July 30th. Let's see. That didn't work. I'm trying to get, oops. Let me go back. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm trying to get you a link. Here we go. Sorry, I'm trying to get you a link from last week's thing because I got it to work. Bear with me. Okay. I think that worked. Yes, I think that worked. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Mary. Hello, Minnie. Thank you for sprinkling. Hello, Barb. Hello, Marianne. Hello, Mary. Welcome, everyone. Okay, tonight's tier tray is definitely a DIY. My craft stuff is still packed, y'all, so I am flying by the seat of my pants because every other Tuesday I'm going to do a kit. So tonight is just a Tony, get creative with what you have kind of a night. Hello, Marilyn. Hello, everyone. Okay, so I picked up this kit at Hobby Lobby. It's by Paper Studio. It's called the Vintage Christmas Paper Crafting Kit. You can get it at Hobby Lobby. I bought it last week when it was on sale. And it comes with stickers, like letter stickers and little fussy cut stickers. Hello, D. Smith. Hello, Susan. Hello, Roy. Hello. It comes with scrapbook paper. Anyway, it kind of gave me my theme for the night. And then I'm at Miss Teresa's house because our house isn't done yet. And so she gave me, look at this little tier tray wagon thing we're gonna use. This is what we're using. So we're using a super small tier tray tonight. It is a mini tier tray for sure, but this is what we're gonna use. And then this little teeny tiny easel. All right, so this is from our house remodel. This is a 1x3 that I had Chandler cut into pieces for me. Actually, I think my husband cut them and then Chandler evened them up for me because they were in the scrapbooks. He saved the wood for me. Don't you love that tray, Minnie? Isn't it so cute? I love it. Hi, Mia. Hello, Renee. Okay, and then Hobby Lobby has their fall 40% off. So I went ahead and got this little guy because I think it would be super cute. This was in the vintage pack, Christmas pack, so I grabbed it because I think it will be really cute. I want to put this white chalk paint. Hello, Michelle. How are you? Thank you. Hello, Gloria and Linda. Welcome, everyone. So and I have this. I have the Believe. This one's from Walmart. This is from our scrap wood at the house. And then these are some extra trees that I had from last week's tier tray set. If you were here last week or you saw the replay, I did a tier tray nativity set. You'll want to go back and watch last week's video because it has a very cute nativity scene tier tray on it. And it was so cute. And it is in my shop. It's the only thing in my shop right now, but it is there. So it is up for, you can order it and I will get it out to you. And it is super fun. Hello, Angie. Hello, everyone. I am grateful that you're here. So I'm gonna start by staining these and I am just gonna I took a water bottle and cut it in half. And I'm gonna add some Waverly Chalk truffle paint into this little bottle of water that I have, and we're gonna make a stain for the wood to kind of go with our little mini tier tray trolley, I guess is what I'll call it, our tier tray trolley. Hi, Megan. Hello, everyone. If you're new here, let us know that you're new. so we can say hello. Okay, so I'm just gonna try and, I wanted to use my wipey, but I'm just gonna, I am gonna use the wipe. It's always better with a wipe. So I'm gonna wipe it on. It always works better if you wipe on stain. And like I said, I just made this stain with the truffle. Hello, Alma and Deborah. Hello, Ann Jones. Welcome, everyone. Tonight is Tuesday. We're doing a mini tier tray with some very on-hand stuff because I haven't unpacked my craft stuff yet, you guys. So I'm using what I have. Next week, we're gonna do a super fun autumn tier tray kit. Lindsay with Lindsay Cat Creations is doing my cutting for me now, and she is doing the kit, you guys. It is so stinking cute, and it's so super fall. So tonight we're doing another Christmas one, and then next week we'll start our fall collection, and that one will be up in the store on my website. Let me know if you guys can see. Hello, Nadine and Ida. Hello, hello. Hi, Jackie Jones. That's a fun name to say, Jackie Jones. If anyone can check that link and make sure it's working for me, I'd super appreciate it. Hello, Martha. Hi, Christine. Okay, so this wood is kind of funny when it takes on stain. It doesn't really like to take on stain. We learned that in our house, but it did a little bit. See the difference? It kind of does what it wants. Hello, Marjorie. So we're just gonna let it do its thing. It'll take on where it wants to, and the rest will jazz it up with our paper and our letters and stickers, whatever we decide to put on it. But I wanted to get it drying and see what we could get it to do. Hi, Kathy Gonzalez, how are you? And Lynn Nils and Donna, hello, hello. If I don't say your name and you're on here, I'm sorry. It just, sometimes it doesn't show me everyone who's on. But I do appreciate you being here and hanging out, sending up the hearts and the thumbs up and all the things. I really appreciate that. It helps my page, lets everyone know that I'm still alive and back. There we go, there's some hearts. Thank you. Hello, Janelle King. Okay, so we just stained that. I'm also gonna try and put some stain on this long piece. I'm actually gonna use it this way because our kit, the vintage kit that we have from Hobby Lobby came with some light posts. I thought it would be cute to put some light posts on each side because y'all know I love to double side my stuff. And so, see, this one's taking the stain really good. So you never know. You never know. So how's everyone's week going? I'm gonna try this one again. How is y'all's week going? Hello, Emily and Christy, Teresa, Barb, hello, hello. Okay, so I'm gonna set my little homemade stain over there. And again, this is what we're working with. So we're working with a really mini tier tray trolley because it has wheels. So I'm just saying a trolley because I think it's so cute. So we're making a couple pieces. Now I'm gonna move on to this little mini cutting board that I got from Hobby Lobby. And let me get this paint off of this brush real quick so we can get the white out because I want the white out. I want white paint on this little cutting board. I'm gonna try and get the brown off of this paintbrush. I shouldn't have gotten it on there. Okay, we're gonna cut this little leather strap off, save it for a different project, because you know, we never throw anything away, right? My husband can attest to that. I never throw anything away. And then this is white Arandock chalk paint from Hobby Lobby. I never say that right. Erin Dock. I'm afraid this is gonna go on brown, but we're gonna try and get it to be not as brown as possible. Not as brown as possible. That did not make sense. Hello, Hazel. Hello, Lisa. Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here. Okay, we're gonna put some chalk paint. Yay, it's white. Okay, we're just gonna lightly put this on here because I kind of want it to be rustic looking. So we're just gonna do this. This is chalk paint. And then we'll get the sides real good. Flip it around. And then we'll get the back too, because I like to double side my stuff because on tiered trays, you see both sides usually, unless you have it in a corner, which in our new house that we're redoing, we're remodeling a house right now, which I've got to take y'all on a tour. But I have a corner in the kitchen that I'm gonna be keeping a tier tray in, and it will be facing a corner, so I won't need to double side stuff if I don't want to, but I really like to. So, hello Brenda and Liz and Julia. Hello, hello. Okay, so I just put white chalk paint on this. And I know you guys will tell me if I missed any spots. Hopefully I did not. And let me put the lid on the white paint so I don't spill it. And then I'm gonna hit this with the dryer real quick. I don't like to do that on my shows very often, but I don't wanna keep you guys here all night. So let's just hit this really quick. I'm gonna get the sides, but I forget about the sides a lot, and then it gets wet and makes a mess. So we'll get that. Chalk paint is really nice to work with. If you've never worked with chalk paint, it's nice because it applies to surfaces and it dries really fast. So I was trying to explain that to my friend today, what the benefits of using chalk paint are, but it's already dry, see? Hello, Carla and Carol. I used to get notifications, but haven't received them in a while. Martha, I haven't been on very often, so Facebook is probably punishing me for some reason, to be honest. Okay, on this little guy, I'm gonna use Velcro from the Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna put them on this wreath. Actually, first, before we put this on, we're gonna take these. These are from the Dollar Tree. And we are gonna put them on the wreath as some of the berries to make the wreath pop a little bit. So just add some extra embellishment. Hi, Stephanie. And another Deborah and a Becky. Yeah, I don't know. The notifications, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I think the more I go live, the more they'll start coming back on. So hopefully, I'm starting slow with every Tuesday, and then I'll slowly start coming back to Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays. But I'm just gonna add these little, they're called sticker jewels, as an embellishment to the wreath. It just gives that dimension and a little pop of color. Let's see if we can get this on here like that. See, just kind of adds a little pop of color. Not the same thing because I hadn't seen her. Facebook can have my notifications off. Oh yeah, check your notifications too. Facebook will do that to you. It does that to me on other pages. I think I'll be following someone and then Facebook will have a mind of its own and go in and turn off my notifications. So double check your notifications and make sure they're off. Hey, Miss Tracy, how are you? Hello, Miss Coral, how are you? Thank you, Miss Minnie. I think it's kind of cute with the little embellishments on here. It's kind of cute. It adds just a whimsical touch. So we're just adorning this wreath, and there's not any berries on this side, very many of them, so I'm gonna add my own. It's so cute. You can see I've used almost a whole row. Okay. And I just randomly put them on there. Isn't that fun? I'm doing good. Do you guys hear me? I'm not coughing like I was last week. I still have a little bit of a lingering cough, but nothing like last week. Okay, so this is gonna go on one side like that. And we're gonna make it like raise it up with the Velcro so it's almost like 3D. And then we're gonna put some ribbons up here. But first I wanna put something on the back. So let's see if we can find, oh yeah, this will look cute on the back. And I think we'll do the same thing. We'll put some red, the red bulbs right here. Hello, Bernice. Thank you, Tracy. Let's put, hi, Teresa. Let's put the red embellishments on here. And that way we'll have those on that side as well. So we're kind of blinging it up, I guess, a little bit. Giving it some pizzazz. And then we're not doing very many pieces tonight because our tier tray is pretty small. It can only handle so much. So, but it will be, it's gonna be adorable. I've got some greenery and some picks that I got at Hobby Lobby. On, but I wish it would go away. I have been sick for the last week or more. Oh, Minnie, that's not good. I'm sorry. I'll be praying for you to get better. It's not fun to be sick, especially in the summer when it's already miserably hot. Okay, look what that did for this. Didn't that just make it pop so much? Hello, Charlotte. Didn't that make it pop so much? So now to keep this kind of versatile, I want to use this later. So what I'm going to do is take these little Velcro tabs. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So there's 5 sets on here. So I'm going to stick them on the back of my tree. I'm going to put 3 on my tree. Oops, I did that wrong. Oh well. Now if I can, I should have, hopefully I can do this right. Actually, I am going to do it right because I'm going to put these on the Velcro on, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all just watch me. It's rainy, so it's been a little chilly. Oh, thanks, Martha. Okay, so we're gonna do it this way, so when we lay it down this way, it will attach to our mini cutting board, and it will pop off of the board, so it's kind of 3D. See what I mean? Hi, Linda Murphy and Cassette. Hello, hello. See what I mean? How it's kind of off the board. It's not super flat. It's like 3D almost. And then on this side, we're gonna do the wreath. Now, so the benefit of using these is that we can come in and change this and use this for different holidays. And use the same cutting board, but put different things on it. Thanks, Minnie. Okay, so then I'm gonna put this right here, kind of center it in the middle, and do the same thing. And it popped it off the board. So isn't that super cute? And then when I wanna change it, I just pull this off and put a different one on. and I have more Velcro to do that with. Then let's finish this piece with some cute little gingham ribbon, as Aunt Peggy would say. And we'll put it through the loop, or through the hole. And if I can get it to come through. Yeah, I'm telling you, I cannot get my nails to grow. I still can't get my nails to grow. Teresa and I talked about that today. I think I'm gonna start taking some, I take a multivitamin, but she said if I take the vitamins separately, that it will be better. Have y'all heard of that before? Where did you get my Christmas cutouts? Kathy, are you talking about my nativity scenes or the ones I'm using tonight? The ones I'm using tonight I got from Hobby Lobby. It's called Vintage Christmas Paper Crafting Kit out of the scrapbook section. I'll show it to you, just a second. Just a second. Okay, and look how sweet that is. That is one of our pieces for our tier tray. So there's one piece. I'm gonna set that over to the side for now. This is the set that I got from Hobby Lobby. It's the vintage, oops, sorry. The Vintage Christmas Paper Crafting Kit. I think it was like on sale. It was, it's $6.99 normally, and it was 40% off of that. So it wasn't too terribly bad. And then just a tip, I store my ribbon with a needle, or not a needle, a push pin. That's how I store my ribbon. It keeps it from unraveling. So just in case you ever need to do something like that and you're having trouble keeping your ribbon, that's a way to keep it from unraveling. Okay, let me find my lights. I have, this came in the kit. Aren't these adorable? Aren't those adorable? I have another one. Just gotta find it. Okay, so I thought I would use, you know, what I just did though. I was gonna use those trees on this and I used them for something else, but that's okay. We'll figure this out. So I'm gonna put one right here. Actually, I think we'll just center them now because I used the trees. I was gonna cut the trees up and I didn't. We'll just go ahead and center it on this board and we're gonna double side it. Hi, Jill. You keep your, hey, Doylene, how are you? You keep your ribbon together with a pin also? It's the best. It's the best way. So I'm gonna glue this down. This is a light post that came with the vintage craft set. And I'm gonna glue it down to my scrap wood that we used from the house. We actually use this on our counters, y'all. We use this on our counters. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. That. This is a super simple piece. It's got a light post on each side. So we're just gonna use that. Hi, Regina. We're gonna use this and it's gonna be on our tier tray. So I'm gonna put that off to the side. And now we have these little guys. See, these are some of the pieces that were in the kit too. Isn't this adorable? I decided not to use this tonight, but I think it's so cute. Hello, Marcella. I cut out, this is some of the paper, the scrapbook paper. Hello, Bridget. It is so good to see you too, Regina. Thanks for being here. So I'm gonna put this paper on the top, or the backs of these blocks with some Mod Podge. Just to decorate them a little bit. and hopefully get the white off my brush as well. I cut the paper before I went live, so I wouldn't be boring you guys with cutting paper. And then I'm just gonna do a quick coat over the top and fade it a little bit. It's got a little bit of white paint left on it, and that's okay. We'll do the next one. This is just scrap wood with scrapbook paper. So you can get crafty even if you don't have a lot around. I was getting desperate, you guys. I was even thinking about grabbing a magazine and using magazine scrapbook paper. For real, seriously. Okay, and then giving that a quick coat on the top. Now I was gonna put a word on here, but I forgot I had the word believe. So we're just gonna put some trees on the back of this. These are leftover from last week. I have some extras, so if Lindsay's on here, Lindsay, I'm using these trees for this project too. Hi Karina and Ruth, how are y'all? Happy Tuesday. What did everyone have for dinner? We had a yummy salad and some pizza. It was a good dinner tonight. And this amazing salad dressing that you can only get from this one place. I don't remember where it's from. Where's it from?
Eford Farms.
Eford Farms? Eford Farms. How far away is it?
An hour and a half.
An hour and a half for salad dressing, y'all. Who drives an hour and a half for salad dressing?
Me.
Teresa does, and I'm going to too, because it's so good. It's so good. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry, and I am going to paint these trees green. And we're gonna put them on the other side. Hello, you had veggie soup, Minnie? Ooh, that sounds good. Sounds really good when you're not feeling good too. Do you put meat in your veggie soup or is it just veggies? I guess that was a redundant question, maybe. Okay, sorry, I am using Waverly chalk paint in the color Moss. It's a really light, like almost like a, I want to say like a celery green, but they have a celery green paint. I don't want to confuse you, so I probably just did. This is just moss. This is green moss paint, and I think it matches the colors that we're doing. So I'm giving these trees a quick coat of the green. Doesn't take much, y'all. Doesn't take much. Hi, Judy. Just veggies this time, but you'd like to use beef stew in your soup too. Oh, hello, Create Your Day. How are you? Okay, so let's let our trees dry while we're letting our blocks dry, and we're gonna put the trees on the backs of the blocks, so we're double-sided. And I'm gonna wipe my brush out, and then we're gonna do our believe, and then we're almost done, y'all. Tonight is not very long, but this is what I'm thinking. I'm trying to be consistent, you guys. I'm trying to be consistent. So this is my second Tuesday in a row. I'm so proud of myself, y'all. And I'm so happy that you guys are here hanging out with me. And next week is our first autumn fall kit. So be sure to watch because it is going to be super fun. You'll be able to order it as I'm live. The nativity set that I did last week is available in the link in the comments. I think if you can see it on Facebook. No one's let me know if you can see it or not, but I think you can see it now. If you can't, let me know. Hi, Jeanette. Hello, Teresa. Hi, Miss Ruby. Okay, so we're gonna paint the Believe red. And it is Crimson Red by Waverly. So Crimson Red. This might be a little bit brighter than, but it will match our red embellishments that we used. This Believe is from Walmart. that I picked up today. Oops, I got some drips going on there. This is a Paint Pixie brush that I've had for a couple years, you guys. I absolutely love it. I've had it and I love it. I need to order some more because it is my favorite brush ever. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of go around and do the sides and the insides and all the things. Hey everyone. Yes, talk to each other. Hi Tammy Hill. Talk to each other. Say hello to your friends. I'm so grateful you guys are here supporting me after I've been MIA for so long. I am going to paint the back of this because you will see it on this little tray. So I'm going to go ahead and paint the back. We're almost... I thought about putting some little white dots on here. I don't know. What do you guys think? Little white polka dots? I'm trying to think if I have anything to do white polka dots with. Hello, Kay. It almost looks like there's 2 leaves stuck together, but it's just one. It's just really thick. And I love this brush because you can kind of get in between all the little spots. I don't know, I might miss some, but for the most part, I think I'm hitting most of them. This might be one that you would want to spray paint. I don't know. Just depends on how you craft and what you like and don't like, what your preferences are, how detailed you are. This wood is soaking up the paint. Okay, there's that. Hey Terry, be right back. I gotta stick some clothes in the dryer. Okay, Minnie. All right, so our Christmas trees are ready, so I'm gonna go ahead and stick them. Look how cute that's gonna be. So they're gonna be on the blocks, and then on this side we have the scrapbook paper from the kit that I got from Hobby Lobby. And like I said, it was $6.99 for the vintage Christmas pack out of Paper Studio, but it was 40% off when I got it. So I'm just gonna glue that on there. Look how cute. And as this dries, it will show up a little bit more. And I might add some berries or something to it, but I wanted it to have something besides just the one side. So it's not like a super detailed project, but it's very simple. And when we put it together on this little tier tray trolley, Miss Coral, I have a push pin though. I have a push pin. I could use a push pin. That big brush would be huge dots. Push pin would be big dots. Okay. See how cute that is? Little trees. So you think we should put some dots on there? Let me dry this real quick and we'll put some dots on. Almost dry. I love chalk paint for that reason. Okay. push pins. These will work, I think. They'll be tiny dots, but it's not a very big sign. Actually, you know what? I can use my push pin for my ribbon is bigger. Let's do that. I'm just gonna take the lid and I'm going to, I have a glue string, and dip it in there and use the end of a push pin. We get creative, right? Paint, Lindsay. What'd you say, Lindsay? Can you use the top of your paintbrush dipped in paint? I'm gonna use the push pin, y'all. We're getting creative. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go dot, dip, dot, dip, dot, dip. Y'all get it, right? Okay, this is gonna be super cute. Lindsay's here with Lindsay Cat Creations. She's the one that is doing all my kits for me and y'all. Next week's is going to be a fall kit and it is going to be so cute. I'm so excited. I wish Tuesday was already here because I'm so excited for that kit. I'm ready for fall, y'all. I am ready for fall. She did, she cut out last week's kit, the nativity scene kit. So if you have not seen it, it's in the link. Hi, Elizabeth. I'm so glad you're here. Hello, Jennifer. If you have not seen that kit, click on that link. It is the cutest nativity link or nativity set for a tier tray or to put in a Christmas tree or to put anywhere really. So we're putting these dots. I know. Dotting can be fun and relaxing. I know my friend Lee over at Turquoise Valentine, she actually has a whole class devoted to dotting. Paint dotting, I think. And I think it's so neat. I don't know how she does it, but her work is beautiful. So we're just adding the white polka dots to give it a whimsical touch. And then we'll be almost done. We'll just be decorating our little tier tray trolley. That is a tongue twister. You can say it 10 times. Tier tray trolley. Hey, Miss Yvonne, how are you? Hello, Rhonda. Hello, everyone. Isn't this whimsical with these little white dots? Polka dots. We're getting these on here, and then we are going to put our tier tray together. It's just a small one tonight. When I said mini, I meant a mini. And last week's was super fun. It was a nativity set. And it's available on my link. You can watch it last week on my replay. I think I labeled it 723. Let me see. I feel like the B needs some more dots. And the E. So a little bit more. We're almost done. There. Wait, I see a blank spot. How's that? Isn't that cute? There's our believe. Hello, Elizabeth Thomas. Did you hear Suki had? No, Miss Yvonne, are you serious? That's terrible. I knew her husband did, but I didn't know she had it. Is she at home or is she in the hospital? Oh, darn, I hate to hear that. I hate to hear that. That makes me sad. hate that. I'll have to get a hold of it. How is she doing, Miss Yvonne? I guess I need to reach out to Deborah. Okay, so let's put our little tier tray together that we have. Here's our trolley. Let me put this over here. All right, so I don't have my easels up from last week, but I have this one in here. So I'm gonna put this up here like that. And I'm gonna grab these are some picks from Hobby Lobby. I'm gonna grab a couple stems off because we're gonna use those in the greenery. Okay. So this is some greenery that came in the kits last week. And I'm gonna lay it just like so. It's hard to do this when I'm sitting down. I've got to learn a better way. There we go. She said her back where her lung is located is hurting. She said she is not achy, just stuffy nose. Oh, well, hopefully it doesn't affect her respiratory like it did last time. Let's pray that it doesn't. So I'm gonna kind of go in with some greenery there and some greenery down below. I'm gonna put our blocks on the bottom. And I'm gonna do one tree forward and 2 trees back. And then we have a light post I'm gonna put up top with some greenery behind it. Like so. Let's kind of move this one a little bit. I told you I was winging it tonight with this one, y'all. And then the believe, we're gonna set on the bottom. And it's gonna fit right, I think, perfect into some nestled greenery in the back. And then I will turn it around and show y'all our product. Our finished look for the night. So this wasn't a very long live, but it was fun to hang out and hold on. See, I can't do a live without something falling, y'all. Hold on. I just want my believe, there we go. I want my believe to sit up. So that's what I'm trying to get it to do. Okay. I don't know if that looks proportionate from y'all's side or not, but let me turn it around. The lights are kind of low, huh? I don't know. I don't know if we should take the lights down or leave them. But let me turn it around. Oh, you know what? We need some green, red and white down here. And up here. There we go. So this is a super simple but sweet little tray. What do y'all think? And then this is double backed on the back. So you have the trees on the back. Let me see some hearts. What do y'all think? And the believe is nestled in the green in the back. Isn't this trolley tray so cute? Isn't that cute? Hello, Donette. Hello, Cindy. There's some hearts. What do you guys think? So for tonight, that's what I got. Next week is our new, thank you, Jeanette. Thank you, Martha. Next week is our new fall kit. So thanks, Michelle. Cute and as usual. Thank you. You're so sweet. Everyone, thanks for hanging out with me. And like I said, the nativity set is in the link in the comments. And thanks, Minnie. I hope you start feeling better. For anyone who needs prayers, please know that y'all are in my prayers and that I am so grateful you're here hanging out with me. If you are watching on replay, thanks for watching on replay. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful night. And I hope you've enjoyed all the creators that have been crafting for Christmas in July. And October Roads will be doing fall, which is in my name, October Roads, which I love fall. So you'll be seeing a lot of that in the next coming weeks. So we'll see you on Tuesday. Thanks. Good night, guys.